Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and every phone in the world suddenly receives the same breaking news notification. Jesus of Nazareth has returned, not in ancient Jerusalem, not riding through the streets of first century Judea, but here, in our world. With smartphones, social media, skyscrapers, billionaires, influencers, politicians, wars, artificial intelligence, and millions of people searching for answers. What would Jesus do? Would he become famous? Would he create a social media account? Would millions of people follow him? Or would the world reject him all over again? Let's imagine what it might look like. If Jesus lived in our time, imagine the internet exploding. Someone would record him helping a poor person. Within minutes, the video would have millions of views. People would create fan accounts. Others would make reaction videos. Some would call him a prophet. Others would call him a fraud. Some would defend him. Others would attack him. And eventually, someone would probably ask, what's Jesus' official Instagram? But here's the interesting part. Jesus already had a message that would challenge modern social media culture. He taught people not to live for the approval of others. Today, people can spend hours worrying about likes, followers, views, and comments. But Jesus would ask a completely different question. Who are you when nobody is watching? He wasn't interested in building an audience simply for popularity. He was interested in changing hearts. Now, imagine Jesus walking through one of the world's richest cities. He sees luxury cars, massive houses, expensive restaurants, billboards advertising things people don't really need. Then he sees people sleeping on the streets. What would he say? Jesus spoke about wealth many times during his ministry. But his message wasn't simply that having money automatically makes someone evil. His warning was about allowing wealth to become your master. He said, you cannot serve God and money. Imagine how uncomfortable that message would be today, a world obsessed with becoming richer. And Jesus reminding us that your bank account cannot tell you the value of your soul. Now, imagine Jesus walking through a crowded city, millions of people everywhere, yet many are lonely. A teenager sits alone, scrolling through a phone. Someone eats dinner while staring at a screen. Someone goes to bed surrounded by thousands of online followers, but still feels completely alone. Jesus would probably do something very simple. He would sit with them, because throughout the Gospels, Jesus repeatedly noticed people others ignored. He spoke with outsiders. He welcomed people others rejected. He ate with people society looked down upon. He didn't treat human beings like numbers. And perhaps that's one of the things modern society needs most. Not another notification, not another follower, but genuine human connection. Now here's where things could become complicated. If Jesus appeared today, religious people would probably have strong opinions about him. Some would welcome him. Others might accuse him of not fitting their expectations. And Jesus might challenge religious hypocrisy, just as he did during his earthly ministry. Jesus didn't attack sincere faith, but he strongly confronted people who appeared religious on the outside while their hearts were far from God. Imagine him walking into a church today. Would he be impressed by the size of the building, the lights, the sound system, the number of followers? Or would he look at the hearts of the people? Because Jesus repeatedly emphasized something deeper than appearances. Love God, love your neighbor, live truthfully, show mercy. Now, imagine someone handing Jesus a smartphone. They show him artificial intelligence, self-driving cars, space exploration, instant communication across continents, a device that can put almost the entire world's knowledge into someone's hand. Jesus might be amazed by what humanity has created, but technology wouldn't change his central message, because technology can make communication faster. But it cannot automatically make people wiser. It can connect millions of people. While leaving someone emotionally isolated, it can give us information without giving us wisdom. The question wouldn't simply be, what can technology do? It would be, what are you doing with what you've been given? Now here's the biggest question. If Jesus lived among us today, would people actually follow him? At first, probably millions would. His videos would go viral. Crowds would surround him. People would want miracles. People would want healing. People would want answers. But following Jesus has always meant more than being fascinated by him. Jesus told his followers to deny themselves, love others, forgive, serve, and live according to God's will. And that's where things become uncomfortable. It's easy to admire Jesus. It's harder to follow his teachings. It's easy to share a Bible verse. It's harder to forgive someone who hurt you. It's easy to say you believe in love. It's harder to love someone who disagrees with you. But here's the twist. What if we're asking the wrong question? Instead of asking, what if Jesus lived in our time? Perhaps we should ask, what if Jesus is already calling us to live according to his teachings right now? Because Jesus doesn't need a smartphone to reach people. He doesn't need a social media account. He doesn't need a television studio. His words have already crossed centuries. His teachings are already available to us. The same Jesus who walked the roads of Galilee is the Jesus Christians believe is alive today. And his message remains. Love God, love people, forgive, show mercy, seek truth, serve others, and don't lose your soul while chasing the world. So imagine Jesus walking through your city today. Maybe he wouldn't be standing on the biggest stage. Maybe he wouldn't be surrounded by celebrities. Maybe he would be sitting beside someone everyone else ignored. Maybe he would be helping someone nobody noticed. Maybe he would be reminding a wealthy person that money isn't everything. Maybe he would be telling a lonely person that they are not forgotten. And maybe he would look directly at you and ask the same question he once asked his disciples. Who do you say that I am? That's the question. Not what social media says, not what culture says, not what other people say. What do you believe about Jesus? Because the world has changed dramatically in 2,000 years. But the question of who Jesus is remains.